All right, welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the Thaumaturge. I even spelled it out for you and for me in the description of the last video, just so we all know how to pronounce it. Well, I say spelled it out, but I mean more accurately, I broke it down so it would be more easily understood how to pronounce it. Anyway, we have a funeral to get to.
I knew you'd turn up.
No, you didn't.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Liga said he found some quack healer.
Yes, thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Veronin, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Why put off to later what you can do today?
Fine, let's get this over with.
I'm not. Well, no, technically I am forcing him to do it, so.
So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Yes.
What do you want?
Well, what do people come to funerals for?
To dance.
I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
We do have other things that need taken care of. I mean, who's gonna bust ghosts? Not me.
I don't think so. I intend to leave as soon as I wrap up my family obligations. I doubt we'll have time to meet again.
Who knows? Again, my condolences.
So we'll be seeing
I
Meatball
didn't
face
catch your
again.
name.
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Okay, with a note. A few flowers gathered together and a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you're gone. My heart is yearning. The simple words contain a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with a trembling heart that cannot come to terms with the loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by my father's death. Trace unknown. And imagine I almost just left. Nidokim Nikodem Shulsky.
Grandpa, you call him a thaumaturge. I barely remember him.
Wreath with a note. Someone has left an unusual note by the generic funeral wreath. Eat dirt, Shulsky. How nice. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words in the note. Several versions were written, all of which seemed insufficiently offensive to the author. In the end, he decided on the simple yet eloquent: eat dirt, Shulsky. Another funeral wreath where someone has left a note to the simple... Another funeral wreath on which someone has left a note. We had our differences regarding methods, but we shared the same goal. We will carry on, and you rest in peace, brother. Your friends in Thaumaturge. Thaumaturge's wreath. The note features condolences from friends in Thaumaturge. Apparently, Father must have kept in touch with other people in our profession. Or... Conclusion. Stanislav's funeral. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to Father. It turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems Father evoked extreme emotions in the people he had encountered during his life, to say the least.
Great-grandmother Josefina, a thaumaturge.
Oh, apparently we have another 3 points to spend. Which means at least 2 of them I can do whatever I want with. I should probably do that now before we encounter something else. Something or someone. Oh, we could fill out these and still have enough left over for Agony's new skill. Or the Bukovacz's new skill. It does trouble me how mind only has 1 point, so go ahead and do that. Oh wait, we have upgrades. First, brutality, which increases the damage of the salutor's next attack by 50%. Land attack, it's just not great. Perfect efficiency makes every attack deal the maximum possible. I can tell you right now, I'm never going to use Lucky Chance. I'm just not. slowing the enemy's actions is nothing compared to just outright interrupting them. Yeah, you go ahead and sweep that mud, buddy. You're a better man than I. Right, I have to remember to read everything.
We can go.
Or
The
interact with
hardest
everything.
thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Arrow's postmortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I guess we didn't have time to actually introduce ourselves to her when we first met her at the gate. You know, before the shooting started. The punching and then the shooting started. She never saw the stabbing because she's not a thaumaturge. Stabbing slash, you know. It's between the first one and the third one. You seem to be the most reasonable. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Another fellow who can't read. Though, I don't really find it all that surprising. Frankly, I was going to wander around, but it looks like things are still going to be
Your
locked.
guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Okay, Mom.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You looked just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image.
Ouch.
Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
How about for Lygia?
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her.
Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time.
It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Father's portrait. Slurp, slurp.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
And a little itchy.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya, forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
So...
I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
That's probably going to lead outside this then. Mother's portrait. She was a saucy one, wasn't she? No wonder why the guy was so pissy. Yeah, I've got nothing. Pinot Noir from Oregon. A bottle of red wine from the United States. Hard to get. An inability to articulate brought on by great surprise clinks to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liquor. It is a favorite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. Interesting. Sauvignon de Bordeaux, a bottle of white wine from southern France, an expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take on a romantic edge. A beverage enjoyed by the upper crust, given to a man by a woman. Quince liqueur with amber. A small bottle of quince liqueur with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Conclusion. Baronin's bottle. Every bottle found in the Shulsky's cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Baronin wouldn't disregard any of them. Even though we were supposed to bring this guy upstairs sober.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I picked them up. Why would I not give this guy the one thing he actually wants? I just don't see the point. What would it accomplish? What would I gain? All I see is negatives by not giving him what he wants.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to and raised a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive.
That does not answer
What
the question.
then? Am I drinking alone? I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Pistachio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Pretty sure I've scoured just about everything. I do like reading stuff because the XP is delicious. There is something else we could ask about.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Might as well.
Yeah, so let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaclav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Lygia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. and let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Lygia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared? Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
So that's where it is. I've seen this place. I'd rather not imagine what condition you found father in there.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I have my doubts that fate actually played a part in this. I suspect human intervention.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Nijitas, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
The building is probably the best lead. If he always had it with him, that's probably where it either still lies or was taken from him.
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Ah, yeah, we need to ask about Ivan and Mordechai.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Interesting. I remember Mordechai asking how his father died.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, I could go. I was going to say tickle his things, but it doesn't. Even in my head, I was immediately alerted to the fact that it just doesn't sound right.
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Okay, real quick, let me go out and pick up my groceries. I got stuff delivered, so I'll be right back. Alright, so the Upir's here, but why? Pseudomamacaria daemonum. No evidence that all demons are salutors. Interesting. Charred letter. I am only just now getting the notification that my groceries are delivered. I had ice cream in there. Lots of it. 2 gallons worth, in fact. I've told you guys about that ice cream already, so I won't sing its praises again. Yet. Message from Mother. Dear child, stop it. Oh, dear child, stop. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislav's death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from traveling to Warsaw at this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop. Mama. This is his letter from Rome. I grow ever more powerful. This has to be his sister's room. I cannot see why his father would keep letters that he wrote to his sister. A wardrobe. If you want to change your clothes, use the wardrobe. You can expand your clothes collection by visiting the tailor. Don't mind if I freaking do. Yeah, I don't have anything at all. Okay. Serious photo. Straight backs, stern expressions, noses in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. Ritual mask. A wooden ritual mask. Nope. A wooden mask representing a salutor known as Sharao. The demonic countenance is clothed in the hope that clung to it first, and the satisfaction that soon followed. It seems that Father had plans for Sharao, which he eventually managed to fulfill. Suitcase. A leather suitcase bearing traces of many travels. Grains of desert sands from Father's trip to Africa had settled on the suitcase. He would set it aside, spinning plans for future voyages into the unknown regions of the material world, searching for what was hidden behind the veil of reality. There's also an open safe. Books on ancient cultures. Books in hard leather bindings with many bookmarks. Father would pore over the yellowed pages again and again, reading the same words over and over, trying to extract meaning from them. He repeated the words about dedication and the necessity of sacrifice like a mantra, slamming shut one volume and reaching for another. What does it all mean? The letter. The human heart is worth more than all the riches of the material world. Tonight. Signed SR. It's not, those initials aren't for anyone that we've actually met. A letter addressed to Father and signed with the initials SR. The message only appears to be brief. In fact, the pen strokes were accompanied by an accelerated heartbeat, motivated by a restrained fondness for the addressee. The ink is dripping with special care and warmth that have seeped deep into the paper. But the trace belongs to a woman. Before we interact with the oop here, just slurp up that free XP for our 4th point. Nice. Wait, there's something upstairs. Ah, it's something we almost missed. Collection of books on the occult. The titles include Pseudomanacaria. Nope, Pseudomanaria. Pseudomonarchia. Nope. Yeah, I was right the first time. Pseudomonarchia. Jeez. Pseudomono. Nope. I keep saying mono. It's Monar. Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. Limegetson. And Picatrix. The grimoires of historical occultists brim with maternal inquisitiveness. The worn pages, full of annotations in the margins, bear the marks of frequent reading. His heart beating with excitement, Father explored mysteries of demonology, thus expanding his horizons. Father's search. Father's thoughts were recently occupied with a search for knowledge that bordered on obsessive. This is related to something much more than his usual curiosity about the world, which I remember him for. He was looking for something, hunting for salutors, exploring the mysteries of everything related to thaumaturge. The only thing I still don't know is where it led him.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check. Oh my, that sure is noisy. Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Rasputin's a goof. Totally worth picking up the telephone for. Let's see. Do you know the secret to time travel? It requires but one sip of cocoa. All of a sudden, Lygia is reading a book in front of the fireplace, and I'm stacking building blocks. My parents are arguing in the smoking room. It's a warm day. And then this little sketch. Nice. Liquor is not alcohol. It is more of a tincture, in fact. Yes, a medicine. And since life is the most common fatal disease, well, to our health then. Good old Veronin.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Yes.
Yes, a cup of cocoa would do me good.
Help yourself. The pot is in the salon, along with some of your favorite cookies.
Cookies?
It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crashed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death. Sheer cruelty. Mr. Szulski didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
That won't take long. So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Szulski. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with thaumaturge?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
You could have just been peeling them while we were talking. I don't know why we have to stop now.
Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it, but she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she's started smoking like a chimney. She takes after her father, no question about it.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumiantseva.
Yep, that's definitely her.
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the crème de la crème of Warsaw. We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
frick am I bearing witness to here? I mean, it's cool, but... Wait. Coffee cups. In the dregs, I can still feel the stress that urges the tailor to make more coffee and drink it hastily. Coffee is better than sleep. To sleep is to waste precious time that could be used for more alterations. Imploring notes. The note was written by the tailor's impatient customer, urging him to promptly complete the order. Otherwise, they threatened to revoke their advance and ruin the tailor's reputation. Ah, of course. One of those kinds of customers. Scribbled patterns. There was staggering anger radiating from the patterns. Desperate hands tried to sketch something valid, interesting and original to no avail. All that's left is chaos and impatience.
Excuse me. Damn it. I forgot to turn the key. Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
There are two other options. I'm actually going to leave first.
All right.
Tailor's mannequin. This is where the tailor's ideas come to fruition. There are individual threads of focus left on the mannequin being ripped apart by customers' visits. All the ideas that aren't good enough are rejected. Nothing but more alterations. And thus we draw a conclusion. The tailor struggles. The tailor has a steady hand for sewing, but his head reverberates with the lack of ideas. He needs inspiration, as frustration and impatience won't breed any good ideas. The way things are going, he won't finish the job or find creative peace.
Well, let's get this over with.
I couldn't help noticing you're struggling for inspiration.
You've got a keen eye. The book makes it easier? I have to guess what everyone has in their mind.
Is there any way I can help?
I want to know what people look for in fashion these days. Back in the day, all you needed was 2 padlocks and a space for your Johnson. I don't know what else there is to it. If you tell me that, I'll be grateful. I'll sew you anything you want in return.
Let me sharpen my senses. I won't bother you.
All right.
Not sure exactly how I'm supposed to help this guy, though. Well, let's see. The tailor's dilemmas. The tailor promises that his skills go far beyond what he can offer at the moment. However, he needs inspiration straight from the bustling streets of Warsaw. I'm to return to him if I find something worthy of being called a fashion trend. And the availability of this quest is limited. Are we even going to be able to find anything at night? I can't ooh, almost found Silent Hill. I can't imagine we will be able to accomplish this while there are literally no people on the street. Wait. Instruction for the courier. Come evening, take the package to the apartment at this address. and delivered directly to the butler's hands and no one else's. Do not open on pain of punishment. The gray paper smells of fear and vigilance. The cord around the package was tied by skilled hands which carried a faint pulse of stress. What if this... I'm not sure if this is written erroneously or if the way this is written is intended. What if this time the package falls into the wrong hands? God, this place is huge, isn't it? There's something over here. Empty tube. An empty tube of purple paint. The petals of the mallows tremble in the wind, just like her lips trembled during the first kiss that hot summer. The violet rippled with sunshine and her heart filled with sweetness. The memory of that moment awakens every time she colored the canvas with violet. There's something here. The greetings on the postcard are covered by a layer of longing. The memory of the gift that came with the postcard gilds the letters. A piece of wood from I've been trying to avoid saying this or even attempting to pronounce it. A piece of wood from the mills reminds him of the warm-hearted aunt he had to leave there. Whoa, 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 a soap that removes freckles? That's rude. Partly damaged brochure for Lady Dragonfly. Come and you'll experience true sensual delights in an exotic ritual. Some of the words are blurred. I feel the ratio of liquid joy to throat-pinching euphoria growing with each passing moment. Sketch acquired. Alright. And my stack of points grows ever larger. Ooh. Ooh. And now that I've convinced myself this fog leads to Silent Hill, I find myself trying to avoid it. Like I don't want to get too close, otherwise I get sucked into Otherworld. Though he'd probably be able to handle that pretty well, given what he is. So how in the world, I mean, probably at the soiree we could learn what fashion is, but we all know rich people are retarded. Fashion isn't fashion so much as garbage that they find unique. They suffer from a unique problem known as too much money and not enough sense. Wait, there's something over here. Bigot's diary. A handwritten card with a worn edge. I forgot that when I move, they fade. Which is odd, considering how much I appreciate that I can just sit there and be able to read something for as long as I wish without it fading on me or having to beat an invisible timer that leads to the thing fading on its own. Lost invitation.
Well, there we have it.
A party with illegal entertainment is being held somewhere. To enter, just give the password Kubla Khan. Oriental themed party at Count Orkovsky's. A wealthy businessman, Count Orkovsky, is holding a party in the evening with the theme of A Tale of 1,001 Nights. In his apartment, I don't know what street. I'm not sure what street that is. The evening's attractions will include the opportunity to partake in opium. To get into the party, all you have to do is give the password, Kubla Khan at the entrance.
That wasn't too hard.
Geometry Handbook. A worn book with tear marks on the cover. It's a good thing geometry exists, an ideal that bitter words can't destroy. Although his parents are clipping his wings, he believes he will be a great mathematician one day, and find his safe haven among perfect rhombuses, soothing circles, and friendly trapezoids. A dream within a dream. Longing for dreams, daydreaming, wishing for what is out of reach. A fowler dyed with synthetic mauvine will enliven the silhouette. Black wool pants will add class, and a diamond patterned vest will provide some contrast. A new era is coming. A man no longer needs to dress modestly. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have found inspiration for the tailor. At least I hope so. I mean, I was going to say that it would suck to come away from all of this wandering with absolutely nothing, but to be perfectly honest, we got the password to the illegal party, and you know, there's gonna be opium. Just what a man like this needs. Drugs. I don't need a tram. I have no idea how to tell what street we're on. I mean, I'd like to try to go to the illegal party, but I sort of have no idea where it is. Okay, I remember where I am now, at the very least. Let's see if I was correct about finding what he needed.
Well, let's get this over with.
Really? I didn't?
I won't bother you.
All right.
That seems like pure gold for the tailor. A man no longer needs to dress modestly? Come on, that has... Well, it's obviously not. But it made sense that it would be to solve the tailor's problem. There's something over here I missed. A photograph. Jeez. I'd tell you to breathe, but you probably explode. Photograph shows a woman in lingerie tying her corset. I'm going to be honest, bro. That is not what that picture shows. It shows a woman who has trouble breathing. Her every moment filled with agony. Caption: Lady Dragonfly. So there is probably some more stuff leading to Lady Dragonfly around here somewhere, and I've missed it because I've not been snapping my fingers enough. I've been doing it as a courtesy for you guys, but now I'm missing things. I don't like missing things. Okay. Well, I remember this area. That's where we got the two final clues that led to the conclusions. Oh, right, we have them. I didn't realize this was a thing. That's that. There it is. Place of respite. Tenement. Tailor. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Locked. Locked. Trauma. Let's try this over here first. Okay. The next one is up here. There we go. Bigot's Diary, number 2, I suppose.
Am I a magician or what?
Bigot's Diary. A handwritten page with a worn edge. It looks as if it fell out due to repeated violet turning. The content suggests that an opera artist who is famous for her love of foreign travel resides at 7th Street. Exotic ceremony. At 7th Street resides Lady Dragonfly, a luxury courtesan, who's fond of traveling. She offers her clients an extraordinary experience during a ceremony that coddles the senses. So these have to actually be things I can do and visit. So I'm pretty sure that's it. Also, how in the world did the Bigot's diary... No, it definitely did. The Bigot's diary somehow led to Lady Dragonfly. That is mildly alarming. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to change the time of day.
Let's wait.
So, did you miss the city? Me neither. Let's wait until...
Remember, the point of this is to try and find inspiration for the tailor. Why? I want clothes. Him looking like he has twin tails is cute though, but what if we could look dapper? Why, we dual demons. I don't know whether time of day will actually affect what it is we're looking for. Whatever that might be, wherever it might be. For starters, the Lady Dragonfly thing is probably something that is only held at night. So I have no idea. Maybe it's in the notes? I have no idea if that's just something we can walk in on at any time of day. Frankly, that goes for everything. I guess
So, let's kill some time.
There we go. I guess the soiree basically doesn't really matter until you get the clothes.
It smells so nice in here. Is that vanilla?
Vanilla, raisins, butter, sugar, and some more butter. You're in heaven. Can I help you?
Mrs. Jagoda, it's me, Victor.
I can't believe my eyes. Little Victor. Oh my, how you've grown and how handsome you've become. Where is that little cherub who would stand in front of the display, staring at pastries?
Number 3 is certainly an option.
That gluten is still here. I can't forget your cream pie with cherries. I've been dreaming about it for 15 years.
You see, my lovely, the trick is quite simple. It's just a little butter, about 3 packs of...
Excuse me? I'm waiting for my order here.
No reason to be angry, darling. Just wait a moment. My daughter is taking the fruitcake out of the oven now. It will be hot.
With raisins and orange peel? I'll wait then.
Orange peel, not oranges?
Are you sure you're not a thaumaturge?
Let that be my sweet secret.
That is all, thank you. Goodbye.
Don't you want to take anything sweet home with you? Well, as you wish.
I mean, you can't just say, hi, remember me, and then not buy anything. What are you, a monster? Also, I saw that There was an exclamation mark over this kid's head. No, it was the goddamn, it was the quest log. That's my mistake. Okay, with everything being open, that changes things. Also, with it being day, maybe we can hear things about fashion on this.
Boss, we need to start over. The whole base layer.
What sort of stomping car out here for? You're making my people angry. Can't you see the work is in full swing here?
I mean, I don't want to bully anyone today. I'm actually out here trying to help someone. Yet.
I'm just passing by. Do you have a problem with that?
I have a problem with people like you not giving a shit about people like me who work for people like you. And when in fear, then it's workers on the world unite. Why don't you start a fucking revolution?
Get lost! We want to earn our daily bread.
That guy is beefy. You know, they started it, but I'm out here to help someone.
I'm sorry. I'll get going.
If you step in here one more time, I won't be so nice anymore. Kit, take these dingoes and level it out now.
Arise, ye prisoners of starvation.
Nothing to read on them. This was not here? Honestly, we were running around at night. Things were different. Oh, that's probably actually going... What if... No, this probably doesn't have anything to do with... Actually, maybe it will help the tailor. Wouldn't that be something? All we had to do was find a book that gives him all the answers, rather than a general idea and letting him work the rest out for himself. Oh, so we were that close to the goddamn thing, and we just didn't go far enough up. Still locked. Another point of interest. A new quest. Actually, let's go see what this is about. Oh, I think that's for the tailor. No? What are you doing here, kid? Message to Victor Shulsky. Please come to the cemetery immediately. Urgent matter, Jacinti Sokol. Gravedigger. They're alive! Something is going on near the family tomb. Okay, consider it noted. Well, since we're here, let's see if we have the solution for this guy.
Well, let's get this.
Ah, yes.
I've got some fresh ideas for you.
Promising. But you can't keep wearing the same attire. Please, come back to me if you find more inspiration. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
Alright, so we've gained... Okay, so we find the fashion magazines, we bring them back to the tailor. The tailor spits clothes at us. Like a printer of clothing, let's say. A 3D fashion printer? Anyway. So now we know what this is. That's just, we come back and give him another magazine once we find one. And trust me, we will find them because I do like to wander. I mean, look at all the stuff we found so far. We know where Lady well, I say we know where she is, but I have no idea where she is. We know where Lady Dragonfly is. We know where the illegal party is. There was the third thing about men not needing to dress modestly, but I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I need some evening wear. Quick. Good proportions. Thank you. Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Szulski, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Szulski, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it.
Sorry, what?
Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte. Now, I'd like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
All right.
I should have changed. I don't mind that black and purple. Not at all. So, let us find this legendary barber. Oh, I literally have to leave the area, huh? So that probably explains where, or at least how we're to find Lady Dragonfly and the illegal party. Oh, we have... So we have the business in the cemetery, which might be more story stuff, leading to another... Salutor, that's the word. Like, I don't know... Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume, based on the description of this location, that Lady Dragonfly might be found here. And the illegal party is probably here. I mean, it would make sense. It's talking about doubled patrols, so probably a crackdown of something or another. So, to relieve stress, you throw a party rife with opium every once in a while, maybe. So we can... Well, we got what we wanted from the tailor. Actually, we're just going to stop here. I know it's just sudden, and having the brakes put on right now is extremely jarring, but I've got another video to record, and then I've got to edit these things out and have them ready for their respective times. So I want as much time to do that and eat and be merry as possible. So that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back. This goes up. This is Thursday. This goes up Friday? Yeah, this goes up Friday. So the next video won't be until Tuesday, which I'm going to be recording on Saturday. So, you know, in case you just want that on your head. It's been a good time so far, honestly. I mean, I don't mind the wandering around the streets, picking up this and that, leading to conclusions for this and that. And I hope you guys don't mind that either. It's not the most interesting thing. It's definitely not stabbing common folk on the street with an oupir or punching them in the gut. But it does the job. At least I hope so. And I hope you'll be back for the next one as well. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.